I would like to start off this video by accepting my opponent's apology and continuing this debate. I will first refute my opponent's arguments that being a vegetarian is a better ethical choice than meat eating. My opponent mentions that if we use the food that feeds animals to help feed starving people around the world, then world hunger would be less of an issue. My opponent fails to see the economic side of this situation. Some sort of organized group of people must gather the food, transport, and allocate it appropriately. Considering that this would be a non-profit organization, this might be more difficult to do at second thought. The same exact argument can be used to refute his water shortage dilemma, which actually isn't that big of a deal right now in the world. I would now like to bring up my own arguments pertaining to why I think meat eating is a better choice than being a vegetarian. First off, it is essential to a person's health to eat protein from meats. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, some essential amino acids must come from eating foods, some of which are only found in meats, actually making being a vegetarian somewhat harmful to a person's health. Vitamin B12 is an essential vitamin that humans need to survive and is only found in meat-related foods. The primary job of vitamin B12 is to produce healthy red blood cells, which then supply oxygen to your entire body. Vitamin B12 aids in the proper function of your brain and nervous system as well, and you also need vitamin B12 to make DNA. The next argument I will make is regarding the amount of money that meat industries actually make, which helps economically drive this nation. According to the American Meat Institute, in 2010 alone, more than 487,600 workers were employed in the meat and poultry packing and processing industries, having an overall combined salary of $19 billion. The meat and poultry industry's economic ripple effect generates approximately about $864.2 billion annually in the U.S. economy, or roughly about 6% of the entire GDP. Those are some insanely high numbers for one industry, and a stop to this would without a doubt cause economic devastation in America, most likely leading us into a depression. Eating meat is also cheaper than a vegetarian diet, more easily available to the public, and of course, tastes great. It's impossible to go 5 blocks in America without seeing some sort of low-priced hamburger being advertised on a restaurant's window. Lastly, I'd like to point out that it is and has always been human nature to hunt and eat meat. The majority of past civilizations on record did, and I have a feeling it will not stop anytime soon. I'd like to end this video by pointing out some issues that my opponent had with his proposition rebuttal. I understand that his first video was unsuccessful in uploading, but that doesn't give my opponent the right to go over the time limit of his video by 43 seconds. A few seconds I would overlook, but that's almost a whole extra minute, giving my opponent an unfair advantage. Secondly, my opponent spoke extremely fast at times, and it was very difficult to understand him. I believe it is very important in these online debates to be clear, concise, and well-spoken. I'd like to end my video on that note. Thank you very much to my judges and my opponent.